Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft. I just finished recording the last part. I still don't know what I'm going to name the series. Part of me wants to just call it Minecraft Let's Play, in kind of theme with the old style that I'm going with for this. I think that might be what I go for, but I don't know yet. Like I said, I just finished recording the first part, so I don't know what anyone said in the comments, if anyone's watched the video, or if anything's happened. I don't expect it to be... One guy in the corner there. I don't expect this to be terribly popular. I have a channel of 400 subscribers, and I haven't uploaded in 2 years, so it's not like I have a returning audience. And Minecraft is kind of a almost overdone thing on YouTube. I find that it's more kind of the creator's style and not the game itself that brings people back. Another thing I want to mention is, normally when playing the game, I'd go after that Enderman right away. He's gone, but normally I'd go for it, and oh, there he is. Speedrun playing the game. Not necessarily speedrun, but normally I try to kind of crack through pretty quickly. I'm not going to do that this time around. I don't really want to do that. I normally play through pretty quickly, and I could just turn this into a quick run for the Ender Dragon and beat the game in a matter of hours. I could do this playthrough in 3 parts, 2 parts if I wanted to, depending on how I want to cut it. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Anyways, as I was saying, I could do this in pretty quickly, but I don't really want to. I kind of want to make it a long series. Magma's sucking me down there. But yeah, I find that's another thing that I miss about old Minecraft is the long series where it's not really focusing on just having a really big and impressive farm, like a huge mega structures. Those are all really cool. I still really find that stuff interesting, especially all the people that play technical Minecraft and kind of go into the deep science almost of how the game works. I think that's really interesting. But I find there's a whole different appeal to just a world where everything's made out of basic materials and you just kind of play at your own pace and build whatever you think looks cool. So that's what I'm going to try and go for here, instead of just a rush for the end. I should probably get some torches made before I go down there. I do want to get iron. All that being said, I do have goals for these episodes. The first one, I just kind of wanted to build a house and survive the first night. This episode, my goal is... Oh my god, this is really cool. Man. Oh yeah, this episode, my goal is more so to go mining, do some of that. Oh my god, this goes right down to deep slate. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I just missed the old sounds so much. I also had some points that I wanted to talk about specifically in each episode. The first one I wanted to kind of talk about my history with the game. I could probably do some more of that here because I didn't really go through all of it. But I do kind of want to also talk about Minecraft YouTube a little bit, just while I'm kind of thinking about it still from the last video. But I guess I will go through some more of kind of my history with the game. Oh wow, sorry, the copper just kind of caught me off guard there a bit. So last I'd mentioned was just Pocket Edition. I played that a lot. Like, I played a lot of Pocket Edition. I wish there was some way to see how much I've played the game in total, because I'd really like to see that. So, Mojang, little suggestion. I'd really like some kind of account playtime thing so that you know how much you've played on the game on your account. Even if it's just for PC, I'd still like to see that, because I've had this same account for almost 10 years now. Beating 2014? No, that wouldn't be it. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think that's about when I got it on here. So yeah, for over a year I just played Pocket Edition, and even when I had PC Minecraft, I could only really play it... Oh boy. I could only really play it by myself, because I didn't know many people that had it. Two of my friends did have Minecraft on PC before I did, so I did play with them on servers, and that's a big memory of mine is waking up early on a school day so I could play Minecraft for an hour or so before I had to get ready to go, and seeing them on the same server that I was on, also playing at home. Like, we didn't even plan it, they were just on there already, and we were both doing the same thing. That was a lot of fun. I think it was Classic Skyblock was a server I played a lot of, so that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that a lot. And I did play on Xbox a fair bit when I got it, but by then I already had Minecraft on PC, so I didn't really have much of a need to. Ooh, sorry. The combat mechanics are still kind of a bit of getting used to for me. But yeah, I played a lot on Xbox later, though. There was a bit of time, a couple years, where I played mostly games on Xbox, so a couple of my friends I played with there, we had a few Minecraft worlds, and I gotta get in contact with them to see if I can at least take a little tour of some of those worlds, because one or two of them I had on my computer, and unfortunately, because I had to reboot it a few times, my computer lost the worlds, which I'm still kind of sad about because we put a lot of time into those, and that kind of stopped us playing the game. Was losing those worlds. But there is still one that one of my friends had that I would like to go back to because it really kind of focused. It was during the time when Minecraft came back into popularity during like 1.13, and a lot of people were playing it, and that was kind of our reintroduction to it after not playing it for a while, because all of us, like most people at the time, hadn't played Minecraft in a while. And so, oh, I didn't even see you there. Oh. And so we all kind of had the same experience that a lot of other people did with going back in, and that was actually how I got into all the heavy automation stuff, was building a guardian farm. And I think that was really important for that, because I'd played a lot of modded Minecraft where automation was pretty center stage, but I hadn't really done that in vanilla. I hadn't really thought about it, and I think that kind of brought it back. But yeah, over the years, I think up until like 2016, 2017 maybe, every time I had one of my friends over, which was usually the weekends, or anytime I saw them, like all summer, all that kind of stuff, anytime we were away from school, we played only Minecraft as long as we were awake, and that was just all we did. This is the point my parents had to take away our iPods or whatever we were playing on at night so that we'd actually go to sleep, because we'd only keep playing Minecraft if we could. And that's still a really fond memory for me. It's just playing Minecraft with my friends while they're over. I think that's something that I also really do miss, because it was just so simple and we were so easily entertained by just one game. Nowadays I, get bored of games, go back to them occasionally. But with Minecraft, it was really just, I could play it every day that I had free time, I could play it on my own, and then on the weekends I could play it with my friends, and on the same world for months, or upwards of a year, and we'd still never get bored. And I really do miss that. I still have some memories from old worlds that I had with some of my friends, and I do look back on them pretty fondly, because that was a really fun thing to do. Really just play the game and have that sort of childhood fun with Minecraft, where the things you build don't really have to look visually good. I see the building style of today, and it's something I kind of try to get into, but I'm still not too good at building, believe it or not. And I didn't know chains spawned in mine shafts now. That's kind of cool. And I've been trying to get better at building, but really it was the old style of just kind of, it wasn't the build that you were interested in, it was what you kind of thought it was. It was kind of your imagination that really took it to the next level. Like, I've made some bases that didn't look good objectively, but I still thought were really cool because I'd made this whole idea around them. You know what, I'm just gonna get copper for fun. I know I don't need it. Might make a spyglass because that would be kind of cool. But yeah, it was just kind of the fun that you had with whatever you made, because we weren't like expert builders making giant cities. I was a kid playing Minecraft in grade 7 when they added villages to Pocket Edition. No, that wasn't it. Maybe. It might have been earlier. I don't remember. But I was building a huge wall around a village and making it into my kingdom. It didn't look good. I've done similar things now in the game where I build these huge towering walls and extend the... Oh, that was close. Sorry, where was I? Right, building these walls and extending the city and making it really impressive and everything. But still, I enjoyed it a lot more then because it was so much easier and it wasn't a huge grind for cobblestone or for sandstone to make a big desert village. It was just me having some fun, and that's what I decided to spend a few hours doing. So I still played a lot of Pocket Edition for years, even after I had PC, because some of my friends just didn't have PC Minecraft, and even then, I never really had a server with them because, again, I only got a job recently, and so I never really had money to spend in that way. Like, I had cash, obviously, from grandparents, birthdays and Christmas and that, but I never really had money that I could spend online. Closest I could get to that was, like, iTunes or Xbox or Steam gift cards, those kind of things. That's really what I had. So I wasn't able to get a server. I was only ever really able to play on LAN with people, and there were a few times I had some people over and we with their laptops, and we played Minecraft on a server together on LAN, and that was fun. But it wasn't as easy to do. It was like your friend can't really bike over to your house with his laptop and set up the Minecraft world there. Like, that's kind of a harder thing to do. Still, though, it was pretty fun. And another thing that I do look back on pretty fondly was doing that. Didn't do it a whole lot, but still did it occasionally. It didn't help that my laptop was really bad. The laptop that I did use, which I say mine, but it wasn't mine. It was my family's. I never really had a good computer to run Minecraft on, but that laptop was just always leaps and bounds worse than whatever computer I actually had. I think I still have the laptop now, but it crashed a few years ago and hasn't really worked since. I still don't know what happened to it, but things happen. And just trying to think. I did play a lot of mini games, Mineplex and Hypixel mostly, like any other person you'd really ask about Minecraft. I did spend a lot of time on those servers. MC Central was one that I played on a fair bit too. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I don't know how popular it was really, but that was another fun one. I played Prison on there a lot. That was pretty good. There's a good few year gap where I didn't really play a lot of Minecraft, like I'm sure anyone else. It kind of fell out of fashion for a bit, just as I kind of grew out of it briefly. And I know certainly it didn't really help that it didn't get any very big or important updates. Like, I look at each update now and they're pretty big, but there were a couple definitely smaller ones back to back that didn't really do a lot. And I think that really ties in with what I said in the first episode, where I looked forward to each update, even the small ones in Minecraft Pocket Edition. I think there's something really special about that. Was just, I didn't look up game forums or anything. I didn't have any wikis available. I just opened the App Store every so often and hoped that one of those days there would be a Minecraft update and I could play it. And that was really all that I did. Yeah, I still play Minecraft multiplayer to this day. I go on Hypixel every so often. I still play Bed Wars with some of my friends every so often, and it's nice. We had a server for a bit, but haven't played on that in a bit because I'm busy with school and work and all that, common things nowadays. I think that's another thing about older Minecraft was you really didn't have anything else to do. Like, obviously you had homework, but school wasn't this all-encompassing thing that took hours of your life away. Spend a couple hours on homework every other day. Usually you wouldn't get anything over the weekends, so you'd have your friend over, you have a little sleepover, and you play some Minecraft all night and all morning. That was really all it was. I think the time with people was limited, so nowadays if I play Minecraft and I have like a few days off or I have a week off, I can just crack out as much as I want in a world and play it to death. right away, whereas before you'd have your friend over for just that night and you'd only be able to play Minecraft for a little bit before I had to go home, and that was kind of more limiting, so you wouldn't be able to play it as much, and so that kind of prolonged it especially. But I think there also is kind of a thing with kids where you really enjoy stuff for a lot longer, I find. Like, I can't, like, maybe it's just me, but I can't really become fully engrossed in a game where that's the only game that I play and I consistently play it for years. But kids can really do that much more easily. So I find that's interesting. And maybe it's just because they have a lot more time. Like, you don't have to worry about a job and you only have to worry about school a little bit. Whereas now, like, I've been super busy the past couple of days. I've been at work all day, and then I go home and pretty much have to go to bed right away because my schedule is all over the place and I have to be at work the next morning. I'm trying to mine redstone with a stone pickaxe. I don't know what I'm doing there. But yeah, it was certainly a lot simpler and you had a lot more free time. Uh-oh, that's not very good. Ooh, okay, just gotta try to lure him around here so I can get him. Let's see. Yeah, come on over here, please. There we go. Uh-oh, that's not very good. Let's see. That reminded me of something. Oh, right. So I tried to mine a redstone with a stone pickaxe just there, and I know there was a good bit of time in Pocket Edition where redstone didn't do anything. There was no redstone. There wasn't anything you could do with it, so you could mine redstone. I don't even think you got anything from it, but you could just mine it with a stone pickaxe. I believe that was the only level you needed to mine it. Ooh, I gotta eat. But yeah, you could mine it with whatever, really, and it didn't drop anything. It was more just kind of in the way. I hope you guys are able to see. I didn't realize my screen's a bit bright, so I'm able to see without the torches. Hopefully it's not too bad on the video. I'll have to double check it when I upload. I gotta make sure to be conscious about that. I forgot. I'm not really used to recording anymore because I haven't done that in a long while, actually. Now, yeah, so redstone didn't do anything for the longest time. And I remember when they first added it into Pocket Edition, I put some lamps on the roof of my house and had it all hooked up with redstone, and that was really fun, really cool. I liked that a lot. Again, a lot of memories to look back on fondly. And I think that was pretty important because they definitely had a lot of catching up to do in Pocket Edition. There were a lot of things that were in Java that weren't there yet. Man, I'm really not good at fighting creepers. But it was certainly still just as fun. It just didn't have the wealth of content that PC players had, which was always a shame for me because I wanted to play stuff with my friends, but I wasn't able to. And that's kind of a shame, but, you know, always had something to look forward to. So, yeah, I remember redstone spawning and just kind of being out of the way. I remember I used to just, because the worlds were limited in Pocket Edition, all I had to do was dig down to the very bottom of the world and just dig a lap around the world to try to find whatever I was looking for because everything could spawn that low, which feels weird saying as like something that used to be, but really that's how things are now because, I mean, look at this cave, it's damn huge. And you can only find coal in the higher elevations, you can only find diamonds in the lower ones. It's a cool mechanic for the newer game, but I do also miss kind of just digging down to Y13 or Y11. Another, if you saw the last video, another one of those things that people always just kind of spread for by word of mouth and didn't really have a definitive answer on was whether it was 13 or 11 was the good level for diamonds. That was another thing. And I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, just go down to that level and dig around, and that was all you needed to do to find resources. It definitely made mining a lot less tedious, and I think mining was, for a certain time, just kind of a fun thing to do. On one of my older worlds with my friend, we needed gravel for whatever reason. Uh-oh, that's not very good. That was close. But yeah, sorry. What I was saying was we needed gravel for something, or no, flint. And so we went into a mountain and dug a huge hole in the side of it because there was gravel there. And I don't know how it happened, but just it slowly turned over time into us digging a huge hole down that was so deep that you jump into there and lose most of your hearts, or you die unless you're wearing full armor. And that's another thing, is a lot of projects on Minecraft just kind of happen. If you go out trying to make a big, impressive project that'll take a lot of time, it's not as organic and it doesn't feel as fun. And so, like, I could try to do that right now, but it wouldn't be as true, almost. It's like how I'm normally when I play the game, I don't really try to place extra blocks. I just kind of move around, and I don't try to change the environment a lot. But here, I'm kind of trying to forget that and just place blocks down wherever I need to, and to do things just because it's, signs that you're there. But if you have just kind of this big project that you plan to do, it feels too clean and too even, if that makes sense. So it doesn't seem as authentic. Like, if I tried to do that right now, I'd just dig a big hole in the side of a mountain. I wouldn't have all the tunnels that we had branching off of that, all our mines. It wouldn't be as expansive. I wouldn't have the little base we had in there. There were a few other things that just made it kind of cool, and it just felt like it kind of symbolized our progress through the game. Was that little area where we got all of our mining done, and I've done a few things like that in recent Minecraft. Like I built a huge wall on one world that I was on a server I had with some people. That was back in, like, when lockdown was still a big thing. I had this big server that I was on with a few people that I went to school with, and it was very fun. We spent a lot of time on that, and I think that was one of the best servers that I've been on, because it was really the first multiplayer server that I was on that wasn't like a Minecraft realm or a Xbox server where you had to have a person on in order to run it. I'm down to deep slate here. Can I mine deep slate iron? It just takes longer, right? Yeah. But yeah, so that was the first server where, like, anyone could go on whenever, and it was a lot of fun. I remember having a lot of fun on there, but I wanted to build like I used to, make my own village, and this was kind of an organic thing as well, just because, I didn't have any huge plans with it. I just wanted, hey, I want a village. I want a little thing to do. And so I built that, and I needed a lot of cobblestone because I didn't know how to make an automatic cobblestone farm yet, which is a thing you can do. I think Shulkercraft has a video on how to make one, and it makes like a ridiculous amount of cobblestone an hour. And I did make one of those later, but in the beginning, I just needed cobblestone. And instead of clearing out a bunch of stuff, I figured, hey, I live in the mountains, so I just dug a big hole down to the to bedrock. So I dug a 25 by 25 block hole in the ground, because I figured that would be enough. And I just dug straight down in there. Well, obviously not straight down, but you know what I mean. I dug down there until I'd reached bedrock, and then I did that like 4 or 5 more times. So I just had these huge holes in the ground, and you could see them on the mini map, and it's a nice, cool little thing. And I think it goes back to kind of visualizing your progress on the world, really having something continuous. That's why I like making separate bases. I like having different homes and moving occasionally. I don't do it a whole lot. I kind of get stuck in living in the same house my whole playthrough. Uh-oh, this is kind of bad. But yeah, I kind of get stuck in doing that. But I find really a fun thing is living in the same place and just expanding the base that you have so that it kind of grows with your needs as you play the world for longer. And so I think that's really, really important to the game, is just being able to do that and kind of have something that kind of progresses with you, kind of showing that you're changing the world as you're playing. And I think that's really fun. And with some of us playing the game as you were younger, you can even watch your world saves grow up with you almost, where I know I used to be able to look at my original Pocket Edition saves and just kind of see what I started with when I first played. I forget what my first world was called. I think it was Cool Cam something. It's escaped me by now, and it was just a creative world where I built a bunch of stuff, whatever I felt like, and I had a survival world as well, same thing, where I had just this big wooden house that didn't look good at all and was just kind of ugly, but it was still so much fun to me. And I really think that that's a good part of the game, is that you're able to do those things. And I really wish that I had those worlds now, because I'd be able to look back on them and just see almost what I've done and how much I've grown through playing this game, and what my creations used to be and how I've changed as a player of this game. I wonder if there's a way to do that. There might be. I still have my old iPod. It's been broken to crap and that, but I might still have some of the worlds if I'm able to get them off. I highly doubt it, but, you know, might as well consider it. And I used to have an old iPad, an iPad mini that I got when I was in 6th grade. Unfortunately, it's broken since then. There was a point where I couldn't install anything on it, and it was kind of stuck. So that was kind of a shame, so I had to get a replacement. Since then, I've just kind of had it at home, and I only ever really watch YouTube on it. So I definitely wish I could go and see the stuff I had on there, because I did stop playing Minecraft as much around that time, because, you know, it was 6th grade, I was going into 7th grade, and I went to a new school, because I don't know if the education system's different elsewhere, but basically grade 1 through 6 is like elementary school, and so you're at one school for that, or at least that's how I've done it at the school I was at. And then after that, grades 7 through 12 were at a separate building, so kind of a bunch of elementary schools filtered into there. I think they're called feeder schools, I don't remember. And so I went to a different school with all the same people. I think there were a couple that didn't go to that one, but generally we were all at the same school. But there were so many more people, and the people that I knew weren't in my classes, and I had a few friends that were a year younger than me, so I didn't see them as much anymore. But still, I went to that school and I didn't see my friends as much, and so that was kind of when we stopped seeing each other, and, you know, like, we never had any fight or anything. I just kind of stopped talking to them slowly over time. You know how friendships do, slowly just kind of go out as time goes on. It's a shame, but it happens, you know? I still see them occasionally, just kind of in the normal world, and kind of sounds weird to say, but I do still see those people every so often, because like I said, I did go to school with them. I just, you know, don't hang out with them really anymore, which, you know, happens naturally over time, so something you really do about it. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. I just realized I've been going for 28 minutes, it looks like, so a little bit longer than the last episode, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. I think I'm going to record 2 or 3 more of these maybe before I call it for this recording session, but I'm really having a lot more fun than I thought I would, which is nice. Like I said before, I was kind of worried about this. Next episode, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll just have to figure it out then. I haven't really had a plan this whole time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did, and comment down below any suggestions. As I said before, I didn't mention this in this video, but I'll put the resource packs that I'm using in the description, so you guys can download them if you want to. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.